way.
There's no way.
You're telling me you're going to convince somebody to spend billions.
Again, I will get into the specifics when the specifics are required, because that's the point you refuse to listen to. That's it. All right, my friends. So listen. David and I have been having this debate since when did It Follows come out?
I think 2014.
2014.
So 6 years.
We've been having this fight for 6 years. I have solved It Follows. I have figured out a way in which you could
hold on.
Could beat it. But this guy refuses to see my point. Refuses. So here's my number one question. Always interesting to ask somebody who doesn't like your theory. Do you have a theory about how you could possibly save yourself from It Follows? Do you?
I don't think you really can.
Oh, you don't.
You have to keep passing it on.
Do you have a
It's like
theory?
the ring. You have to keep passing it on.
But it's not.
Yeah. No. It's like there's no way to truly kill it.
Yes. Again. Okay. So allow me to present my case. May I present my case?
Go for it.
Thank you. Here's what I say has to happen. Number one, let me make it clear. I have never said, nor would I ever say, that it is an easy process. I would never say that just like Joe Schmo from anywhere could do it, but I'm saying it could be done. So let me set the stage. All right? May I? Thank you.
Go for it.
So, derisive snort.
Maybe you should just do a brief explanation of It Follows.
And go watch the movie. It's like an STD. It's a haunted STD. If you have sex with somebody, it passes on the curse of it, and it will follow them instead of you because you had sex with them. Whatever.
You can't see it, or it shows up.
You can see it. It does. But in the movie, it follows specific rules. Like it doesn't go through doors. If you can fly away from it, like if you get on a plane and you fly far away, you're fine. It will walk to you. It will probably walk under the water if you go across the ocean. So here is how you beat It Follows. Okay. Number one, you set up a scenario in which you intentionally create a ring of people who are willing to sacrifice their bodies for science. That means that you're going to have a bunch of people who don't know each other having sex to keep it busy while the plan commences. Somehow, some way. Now, I know you say, there's no way you can get anybody to do it. That's my David voice. It's very low.
Hold on. This is
There's no way.
Hold on. This is a new development. Now you're talking.
What?
Hold on.
How dare you?
You're talking about getting a tested group. Or a group.
This is exactly what I said to him in the closet yesterday, less than 24 hours ago, and all of a sudden this guy has a problem with it. Less than 24 hours ago, we're putting away laundry, and he said you couldn't just do it. And I was like, no. Someone would have to have sex with a very powerful politician.
Right, with
or someone
politician, yes.
Or someone with a lot of money. Did I or did I not say that? A lot of influence, somebody like that. Did I or did I not say that?
Yes, you have, but now you're talking.
No.
No. You're talking about getting a group of people now.
No, David, I've always said, don't you do this. Don't you do this in front of YouTube.
What?
Yesterday, I said you would have to have a situation in which you'd keep it busy. You'd have to orchestrate a chain that would end with that powerful person. Because, and I know I said it, because, why do I know I said it? There's a good reason, David. Because I said in the end, because I said, and here's the thing, some people may not want to necessarily have sex with the person that they need to have sex with to pass it along. So I'm not saying this is going to be a painless thing either. I said that yesterday in the closet while we're putting laundry away, which indicates that, yes, I mentioned there would be a chain. Yes, I mentioned it'd be a chain of regular people. And yes, that chain would end with a powerful figure. Right?
Okay. Fine. Go.
Can't believe you tried to do that.
Just continue on. Like, that's not even the biggest part of all this.
What are you talking about? This is like one of the mainest part, because unless you unless you take somebody like Elon Musk and you give him it, right? Unless you somehow, somebody like Elon Musk, I'm not trying to, that person, I'm just saying they're that placeholder, right? Then, or somebody who works in NASA, then absolutely phase 2 of my plan would definitely go through without a hitch, because you'd have people experiencing this so they know what's going on, right? People of the world, there's a crazy ghost STD. Okay, with that part I can't say much about. But here's how we're discussing how I solved It Follows, and this guy refuses to admit that my theory holds water. So I've come here to the land of YouTube to make my case. So, number 1, you orchestrate a connection of sexual experiences that keeps it busy and sets it up to land on the lap of a very wealthy, very powerful figure. While that's going on, or maybe you have to start with the powerful figure because things won't happen until that powerful figure is affected. But nonetheless, somehow, some way that all, string of encounters, and within that is a powerful figure. So they have all of the resources to do exactly what I'm about to suggest. The key feature of It Follows is it follows. It has to follow.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, you set up a trap. You set up a trap. I saw your face.
All I'm doing is listening.
I know, it's not. Your face.
Oh, go on.
Okay, I set up a trap.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm coming to you people, so you can tell him that I'm right. He set up a trap. Okay? In which the final figure, really the sacrificial lamb of the whole thing, because it must follow whoever this person is, right? You set up this trap that involves a box, metal, sealed, wrapped in duct tape, dipped in molten metal, and shipped off into space. Because if it's shipped into space, number 1, it has to follow the person into the trap. So the second that and you can see it, the second that it goes into that trap, boom, everything happens at once, everything's wrapped up, bada bing, bada boom, and off into space they go. Now, the great thing about this is that because it's in space and space is a vacuum with no friction, it would eternally be moving away from Earth at a regular pace. It will always be farther from Earth. The more seconds that happen, the more distance that there is between it and Earth. And that, my friends, is how you beat It Follows. What's your problem?
So you're going to convince, okay, I don't care about your chain. Even if you get up to somebody, you're going to convince them to spend billions of dollars for a space launch.
Yes.
To go put an It Follows ghost in a box.
Yes.
In molten lava.
Yes.
Or molten metal.
Yes.
And some kind of concrete, I would imagine.
Yes.
Maybe chains.
Yes.
And launch
Chains
it into
are good.
space.
Yes.
You're going to convince.
Yes.
You're going to convince somebody.
Because you're going to
convince them to spend taxpayers' dollars.
Oh, come on. The amount of stuff that we spend taxpayers' dollars in, let's stop using that as like a flag to hold up and be like, this is why we can't do it. No, I'm not buying that nonsense.
I'm also going to say the amount our government cares about us in general. And do you think they're going to do some calculations like, well, this can only kill one person at a time?
So pause, but that's my whole point. That's why you need to pass it, even briefly, or from powerful figure to powerful figure, so that they understand. I don't think that somebody would stand up and do what's right for the world, but I do believe that if you had someone who had the power to make this plan happen, and you gave them it, and they knew for a fact that it was going to kill them if they didn't go along with this plan, bada bing, bada boom. So, in the comments down below, let me know if you think that I am right, Jenna wins, and yes, this plan holds water.
Or vote for the guy that thinks irrationally that can never happen because the world would just say, "Oh, it's a ghost." You can't prove that it's a ghost killer.
Again, you have to. It's like talking to a wall.
You're not going to convince the government.
You don't have to.
You're not going to convince a government entity to spend billions of dollars to space launch.
Yes, you can, David. There are people in this world right now who will spend millions and millions and millions of dollars to ensure that their shoes are the only shoes on the planet that look like their shoes. If there are people who are going to be willing to spend millions of dollars on that endeavor, you're telling me that if you took someone who is wealthy, well-connected, and you roofied them or consensually somehow passed along, this is war, okay?
Ghost STD.
Yes. Then like that person, they would start experiencing those things. And they would be like, holy crud, you're right. We need to do something. Not for the world, I don't think that person would think that, but for themselves.
But getting you're talking
about getting
somebody
wealthy?
getting somebody to get to that level of a person you think is going to do it.
Oh, come on. It has to be easy. I mean, think about all of like the sex parties that rich people have, right?
What? This isn't the coke snorting 70s. They're not all hanging out doing lines and saying, "Yeah, let's launch this shit up to space." Stuff up to space.
Watch your mouth. It's okay. I'm not mad. It's fine. So I'm right. He's wrong. Let him know.